All right, we're back. We're back with another edition of the session, and I'm your master of ceremonies for this evening, Jonathan Coleman of the Media Blast PR, your PR specialist number one. If you need more publicity for your music, projects, business, brand, whatever, reach out to me, Jonathan Coleman at the Media Blast at info at themediablast.net. And we have another great show. It hasn't even started yet, but I already know it's going to be great. So I'm just telling you in advance, it's going to be great. We have Jess of JessLikesMusic.com. She's our guest co-host again for this evening. It's a pleasure having her on. One of the top music and entertainment bloggers in Mississippi, but she'll tell you more about her and her blog, JessLikesMusic.com. And of course, we have Miss Eyes on the program. She's a phenomenal singer, songwriter, producer. She makes excellent beats, writes excellent songs, very talented. She's also in the film industry as well, has some films on Tubi. So we're going to be talking about that as well. We're going to talk about everything. We're going to talk about the music industry, the music industry, the entertainment industry, and everything in between. And we're going to have a great time. All right. So definitely thank you all for spending this Valentine's Day with us. And let's go ahead and bring on Jess first so she could get the ball rolling. Then we're going to bring on our guest, Miss Eyes. All right. Jess.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, doing well. Just doing a show.
Me too.
What are we doing? So, Jess, I've already introduced you, but if there's anything else you'd like to plug in there as well, go right ahead.
Well, like he said, I am Jess Likes Music. We're a multi-genre music blog, so we cover all types of music. We don't discriminate. And then I also have our New Notes, which is on my shirt right now. We have our New Notes music group, which is a listening club. Every meeting we have a different theme. We come together, listen to music, and create our own playlist. It's always a good time. And we're actually getting ready to start doing virtual sessions. So if you're somebody who doesn't live in Mississippi and you want to be a part of that, just go to JessLikesMusic.com, or we are at Jess Likes Music on all platforms. And you can get to know us and know more about our group.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. So definitely you all check that out, JessLikesMusic.com. And yes. So let me go on ahead and because I'm promoting and doing the show at the same time. That's why I'm getting some more people on here. Let's go on ahead and bring on the guest, Miss Eyes.
Hi.
Hi, Miss Eyes.
How are you?
Oh, we're doing well. Just doing a show, just like we do. Yes. Yes. So, Miss Eyes, we've already talked about you, in the introduction that you're a recording artist. You have a new single out, Sugar, and you have a lot. Well, you talk about it first, then we're going to interrogate you like a cop.
Okay. So, I had a song out called Sugar. It's still doing well. Yeah.
It's doing well. Yes, it's one of the heavy rotation on 168 radio.
Oh.
As well. And she's been featured on many different platforms and things like that. Talk about some of those platforms you've recently been on. You've been on DJ Steady's podcast. You've been on yes, just plug and then we're gonna get you.
Oh yeah, I definitely had a lot of fun with him. I believe he's from Texas. He's from Texas, right?
I believe so. Yeah, he's in Texas.
Yeah. He's definitely a very cool guy. I had a lot of fun, and now we follow each other on Facebook.
Oh yes, good. Glad you all made that connection. Definitely shout out to DJ Steady spinning the music and doing with a Steady Ready network. Definitely check him out. So I'm gonna pass the mic to you, Jess, before I jump back in there. I know there's some things you want to talk to Miss Eyes about concerning her music. So go right ahead.
Yeah, for sure. So, like I said, I was kind of snooping around, seeing what you were all about. And I saw that you got started really young. I want to say, I think it was maybe 4 or 5, somewhere in there, I think you said. And so I was wondering, what was it specifically about music or even just the art in general that really made you want to pursue it? Like, um, what made you passionate about it at such a young age?
Yeah, well, so my family, everyone, all the women in my family sing and play the piano, so it's only natural. So like, my grandmother, uh, she was a singer, pianist, and she even performed at the Hollywood Bowl, like, and this is in the 30s. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? So yeah, so and then she started doing religious music. When she got married, she just sang in the church. And then my mother sang, doing, in the church, and also being educated, doing, local things, and with her two sisters, and so it's only natural that I would gravitate towards it too, especially living in a house with the piano in it. So it is just, it was gonna happen anyway. I'm just happy that it came young.
okay. And so, what was the transition from, this is a passion and maybe a hobby? Like, I know you said your grandmother, it was already in you, but what
Mhm.
made you decide to go, full throttle and pursue it as a career?
Decide, I was already doing it, so it was
Okay.
like, it was just natural as far as learning techniques and things about the business, which I did, like when I was 14, learning about Frankie Lyman and the Teenagers, in particular. And then I took classes, lots of different types of classes. um, One with Faye Carroll, music in the community. That was a big one for me because I had other classes and experience, but there's a difference between learning someone from a book, who went to college, and there's someone who does it every day. And
Mm.
so with her, she was a jazz singer who does it every day, and she was teaching me pop music, which is exactly what I wanted to, because I was already doing it on my own. So I had good guidance. And she shows us little things, here and there, little things. So yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
I'm gonna ask one more question, then I'll give it back to you.
Oh yeah.
Um, I noticed that you have a lot of different influences that span, a lot of different decades. Because I know it was like Aaliyah, I think
Yeah.
Johnny Mathis. It was,
Yeah.
how are you able to, I guess, combine all of those influences and, gain inspiration in your music?
That's a loaded question. That's a loaded question because for me, that is pop music. Just because the year changes, the story stay the same. And if may I get deeper, it's all the
Mhm.
same slave songs to me. This,
Mhm.
it's all the sad songs. So it's a part of our culture as Americans. It's a part of history. Our pop music. People are still enamored by it, um, by songs and melodies that were sang hundreds of years ago on the fields. That's not to say that other cultures haven't shaped pop music, especially Native Americans, Native American flute, the powwows, all of those things. But in the genre that I specialize in, that's where it comes from. And every decade, it's just wearing a different jacket.
Hmm. Okay.
Mhm.
Mm. Okay, I just want to say that for the people that are tuning in now, if you're in the comment section, well, actually jump in the comment section. Just don't stream it. We're not doing this just to hear ourselves talk. So if you guys want to ask a question to Miss Eyes, if you want to say anything, you're welcome to do so. So don't be shy. We don't bite. We already ate. So come on and and speak with us. Now, Miss Eyes, who does it for you musically today? Because I know, like who do you feel embodies that the past today? Like who does it for you?
That's a hard question.
I know it's got to
If
be.
it if you're saying the past, Amy Winehouse is still. ringing true for what is today. Since she's a 21st century artist, she counts. Because though I'm gonna tell you, there are artists out there who are good.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as to answer your question and also what I'm taking from your question, it's hard to say because I also want to acknowledge that there might be an artist that I just can't think of right this second, but that's hard to say. But as far as artists who are trying to sound retro, that's different. It's a little offensive because it's like, things get lost in translation. Like there's just like how I say it's the same slave songs, just with a different jacket. Like it's like some songs sounded great at that time because that's where the technology was. Like you can't sing, you can't do everything that they were doing back then today using whatever Pro Tools and all of these new mics or an iPhone. It's not going to be exactly the same. It's going to sound a little different. So certain styles might sound better with whatever technology you have available. So when people try so hard to sound older, at times for me, it sounds corny or it sounds bad. And not bad because the music is bad, but it's like I'm not hearing everything. Like it doesn't sound big. Like you want that theater, like you're sitting in a theater and it's surrounding you. It's hard to do that with some of today's music when they're trying to sound more retro. It takes away. The technology takes away from it.
Yes, because you could tell like stuff back then it was recorded analog recordings, and now everything else is digital, and you can just hear it. Like even like with the older stuff, you get those pops and the kind of the hiss, but the music is still banging, And now everything is just too clean and too overproduced. And even when they go ahead, jump in.
No, you're onto something. You're right. Overproduced and it's too clean. Sometimes too clean is that could be a problem because there was an artist, I don't remember his name, it's probably good, but I was like, oh well, let me see who this artist is because I thought I liked it, but when I started listening to it, I couldn't listen to it too much longer because if you're trying to copy off of music that was done in the late 60s, early 70s, you've had time to restudy it and reanalyze it, and you're going to do it better than them on a technical level. But that's easy to do because they did it first.
Exactly.
So just do your own thing. You'll never forget who you are. Like all of those the Marian Andersons, the Sam Cookes, all of that is in here. It's a Judy Garland. It's all embedded in here inside my soul. Like I love them. I'm never going to leave them. But I have to continue to live my life for me. So with music, like sometimes you got to let that go,
Yeah.
Like it's okay to be historically accurate, but if you're going to do it, really do it. Stop trying to do it on iPhone stuff.
Yeah. You might have to get like a multi-track recorder and something like that to do it. Yeah, you can't do it on these with Fruity Loops and it's some AI program to make it,
Yeah.
Yes. Well, since we said AI, before I pass the mic back to Jess, what's your thoughts on this AI music?
The last time I spoke about AI and my very mild opinion about it, AI lied on me. And AI sent a letter and a note to the person who had the meeting saying that I expressed what word did AI say I expressed? I expressed reservations about AI. I said, I did not express reservations about AI. I just participated in the conversation and I just said, oh, well, I liked it at first. And then one day I didn't like it. But to say I expressed reservations. So now that AI wants to be petty with me and try to drag my name. And this thing is like, no, I'm not paying AI any attention since that.
I feel you.
Yeah. I'm just as shocked as you are. I'm not making it up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Damn right. Yes, jump in. What's your thoughts on it?
Well, back to I guess the human side. But so are you're also an actress?
Yeah.
So with all of those different skills, because you sing, you act, you play the piano, I'm sure there's a lot of other things that you're really good at. How do those skills complement each other? Like, does your experience in acting help with your music or
Yes, yes. So, all singers learn to act because you're emoting, right? And sometimes, like, I don't know if you've ever noticed this, but like, you might have a favorite singer and you see them in a movie, and it's like they're acting, but and then but as a singer, I know what it is they're using the same acting technique that we use as singers in a movie, and it makes them look crazy. It's like, what are you? Because you can't. It's like you can't do, like, if I'm singing about my hair and I love you, like, that might not work. That might not work in a script. You know, I need my hair done now. Like, it doesn't work. It doesn't work the same, but it helps you connect. So in the regard of connecting with people, it still works. And I love doing all of it at the same time. Years ago, I used to be able to do it all at the same time. So like doing musicals and stuff like that, you get to sing, you get to dance, you get to act, and so you get to kind of do all of them at the same time. But I do specialize in pop music, so it's a little different. I do have a television show that I'm going to be making an appearance on, and it's fun. It's a very fun show. It's called AI Chaos. And the acting style, if I forgot the name of it, but it's an Asian acting style. So it's kind of like on when you see the Power Rangers and they're like, whoa, and it goes, whoa, 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 and it keeps repeating. So
Yeah.
I'm just giving you a heads up if you're not familiar with that style of entertainment because it's popular in Asia. That's the kind of style it is. So like when I play Baby Doll, um, that's probably why the director wanted me to be Baby Doll. Is because I am a singer and and Baby Doll is basically in Hollywood to come and take everyone's job. So I'm like, Baby Doll,
Yeah.
and she's taking everyone's job. She can sing, she can dance, she can act, and now she wants to be a director. Oops. Oh, my bad. All right, I'll stop. My bad.
No. Say all you got to say. Plug away.
Well, it's a good show and it airs locally. I do not know when it will air next, but after it airs locally, then it will be uploaded on YouTube. So you can find that show on YouTube, AI Chaos. As far as the episode with Baby Doll, that has to air first, and then it'll eventually come onto YouTube.
Okay. Okay. Definitely looking forward to it. Yeah, we're gonna check that out. Yes. Now you're in some things that's on Amazon Prime and Tubi and things right now, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you said it like you didn't want to say it.
I can't remember what they are.
Oh, that's it happens. We have actors and stuff that's been in so many different productions and they don't know, you know, which is which.
Yeah.
Excuse me, but you're on you have an IMDb page with the productions in them, correct? Or
Yeah, I do. Lately things have been being removed from IMDb, and I don't
hmm.
understand why. So yeah, I've done a lot of things on IMDb. But my favorite one was removed. I was in a clown video,
Oh,
and
we'll talk about that.
yeah, and it's been removed. I don't, I'm offended by it, because I love doing the clown video. I know that doesn't seem like something I would enjoy, but I was very happy to be in a clown DVD. I don't know why it was taken down. So
Mm. Probably because the producer or something, or
I don't know, but it's not just that particular project. A lot of my stuff it's just not there anymore, and I did it years ago. So, it's like you don't necessarily do it for IMDb fame or anything like that, but it's like, well, I did it, and it is a database technically, so it should be there, you
Yeah.
know.
Right.
But I don't want to overstress it, you know.
Oh yeah, indeed, indeed. Well, I just like to go on there when people say I've been in X, Y, and Z. I like to go so I can
Yeah.
go find the movies.
Yeah.
Makes it easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything aside from the Japanese style
Hmm.
show that you spoke of, is there anything else that's in pre-production or post-production or production right now that you can speak on?
Uh I can't speak on. Actually, there is one pre-production that I've been hinting at, and it involves me and some album. So if
Ah,
anyone here is interested, please follow me on social media on Instagram. I'm more active there, so I'm at Miss Eyes. I have YouTube, that's Eyes Pop Music. And you can find me on Indiegogo. So on Indiegogo, my name is Eyes, EYE''Z, and I might be doing album related material. And if you're interested, you can follow me on the journey. So anyone who wants to be on the journey with me, let me know. DM me your email address because I do have an emailing list. So when the project is ready enough to present, I want you to be the first to know.
absolutely. We'll definitely do that. Definitely sign me up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get some more signups too. So for all the people that's listening, definitely hit up Miss Eyes on Instagram. That's Miss Eyes, and then on if you're on Facebook or whatever, I'll send you the instant message me. I'll get it to you. Right now, we're streaming on Twitch TV and on YouTube. So if you're on Twitch and you want to follow us on YouTube, go to at the official Media Blast. Yes, YouTube at the official Media Blast is subscribe. And if you're on YouTube, follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/ the Media Blast. Yes. Now, Jess, get in there. I'm gonna pass the mic back to you.
Well, I'm curious about your name. So what's the inspiration or the meaning behind your name?
Oh, well, thank you for asking. So my name is Eyes, since the diamond tier, if you can see it. Yeah, so Eyes basically comes from um your eyes being the window to your soul. So
Okay.
it was inspired by an artist by the name of No Words. And when I saw his picture and his name right next to him and the way he was posed, I said, oh my God, that's my name. My name is Eyes because you don't need no words to know me. All you have to do is look into my eyes. So, yeah.
Wow. That's really neat. I don't know what I was expecting, but that was a lot better than what I thought. So I think it's cool.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I try to wear my tears because I stopped wearing them for a little while. I do have a song called Diamond Tears. It's like an introduction song to my song called All Eyes on Me. But I think the diamonds got hard to find for a couple of years, so I stopped wearing them for a little while. But now they're back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
And then when it comes to your creative process, um, well, I guess we'll just talk about the music for now.
Mhm.
Does it start with your piano? Does it go off of a feeling, or how
Yeah.
does it work for you?
So singing for me is like breathing, but the piano is my heartbeat. So it's like I have to do both. I like my process is sitting at the piano for the most part and just letting it all happen like all at once. Sometimes you connect to a word or um a type of a note, a key, anything, a chord. It usually happens when like you're just messing around and like, ooh, what chord was that? You know what I'm saying? So that's my process. I'm familiar with other processes. Most people like to start with the drums and work their way up from there. But for me, the best way is to just sit at the piano and let it just come out.
Okay. And then uh, with that process, what would you say is your favorite part, and what part would you say is the part you hate dealing with?
You know, it's actually it's the same thing. So it'll be like a double. So the favorite part is kind of like figuring it out, like when I'm doing it, because like you got to find the right chord, the right notes. Um, and even when it comes to like switching, because sometimes you might want to switch it up. But the annoying part is if you're in the studio and the producer, I mean, not producer, and the audio engineer, because a lot of people, they are producers and they want to produce you. So what's annoying to me is when they they hear you trying to figure it out, but they want to hurry up and rush you. And then it's like,
Mhm.
okay, whatever. And then it's not really what you were looking for, or that was what I was gonna do, but that was too fast. Part of the magic is connecting it, you know. I'm
Yeah.
not saying I'm gonna be in there just the whole 3 hours working on one chord. I'm not saying it's I wouldn't even let it go on that long.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. So does it kind of vary how long it takes you to put like one song together? Or do you find that you have kind of an average time span?
It's an average. Some songs. So I'm writing a song right now that I really like. But the reason this song is taking so long is because I lost my lyrics and I have a feeling someone threw them away.
Oh.
And so that song is taking a long time, and I think about that song every day, and I sing little bits and pieces of it because I want to finish it, and I was gonna have problems finishing it anyway, but now that I don't have the lyrics, I don't even have that. So
Wow. Okay.
Oh,
yeah,
dang.
Mm. So, and well, now you've established that you are a big songwriter. So, do you enjoy that?
yeah.
Like, say, if you had to pick singing or songwriting, would you be able to pick?
Ooh, no. I kind of sing. I kind of sing for me, you know. I can sing other people's stuff, but I know me, you
Mhm.
know, and I know things I'm capable of and what I'm not. Singing other people's songs helps you learn you, but for the most part, I really like singing my own stuff. Especially like when I hear another artist too singing their own stuff. Like that was good. Like,
Yeah.
Mm. So,
Okay.
and is there one song that you have currently that's like your all time favorite?
Ooh, that's hard to say. So many of my songs are like highfalutin demos, you know.
Mhm.
Right now, I mean, I guess you could say Sugar. Sugar, it's the one, and I have this song out now called Radio. Radio is more along the lines of a demo. Unfortunately, I don't think you can hear it in the way it was meant to be heard because the song is so old. Like I couldn't. I don't think I ever had the WAV file, so the files kept getting smaller and smaller. So what's been released recently is just a big version of a small file, so you can't really get that stereo sound. It's meant to have that bass kick, that it's supposed to do that. So yeah, but I guess you could say like for now it would be Sugar and It's the One.
Ah, okay, okay. Now, I want to go back to when you were talking about the producers, right?
Yeah.
Who was the best producer you've been with? Not because their tracks are phenomenal, but somebody that just meshed with you well and just brought out the best in your sound. Who would that be?
Jerry Gerard or J Box.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. Now,
Mhm.
now I know you make you a lot. You make your own beats a lot of times too,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Um, do you just prefer to just make it just? sing over your own beats, or you rather somebody come to you with a track? Because I know some artists. I think I asked you this before, but we're gonna talk about it again. I think a lot of artists really kind of make their own tracks because a lot of producers don't really capture their sound. They just make beats and go here, just pick something from what I got, and you're like none of it. You know what I mean? So do you make beats because other producers or other beat makers just don't have what you're looking for, or is it because you just genuinely just like to do it for what the type of music you make?
Well, I like doing both. I like making my own music. When I was working with J Box, he picked up on certain areas for me. So I like to work with beatboxers, and he beatboxes. You know, so um, when I did "Still a Rainbow," that's him beatboxing, and everything else is me. Either, just doing production with different instruments and sounds, and singing and the lyrics and everything like that. So I like to work with producers, or I mostly like to work with audio engineers. So part of why I liked working with him, he was more humble. He wasn't trying to be like, oh, I can produce and charge you. Just like he charged me a fair price. He charged me to beatbox. I mean, he charged me for his beatboxing as well. But it was all reasonable, and he wasn't trying to overly leave his stamp. Now, the only problem, I guess, the only bad part about that is he didn't want to leave a stamp on it at all.
Hmm.
And when I created areas for him to leave his stamp on, like this part is you, and I did one part inspired by him, and that's actually his favorite part of the song. I was like, yeah, because it sounds like you.
Yeah.
so, um, so yeah, like I like working with other producers, but I'm sorry, it's just getting like it's too stuffy in here in the industry where so many people are arrogant, but none of them want to do their homework. And it's like
Mm.
if you want to work with me as a producer, you have to know music. You can't just know quote unquote beats. Like you can't just know a computer program. Those things are necessary. I'm more of a musician. So you can't just, and I'm an artist and I feel things around too. And so you can't just use your narrative and push it on me. So if I am going to work with you, I have to trust you. And like I trusted him. Um, there was a newer artist, there was a newer producer I started working with. He got a little excited though, but he's really smart with some of the programs now. He actually used an AI program because we couldn't find my files, and he used an AI program, and it was a little bit too good that it was scary. And I
Mm.
was like, whoa. And there was just a couple notes where I was like, whoa, what was that? And like I stopped singing. It's like, did you change? He's like, you know what? It's AI. It probably did mess it up. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. And so, but he was nice, but I've only worked with him one time so far. So it's hard to find someone that you gel with well.
Yes.
And 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 it's good to work with different people, but keep your distance. And that's kind of where I'm with it. But I want to record an album. And if things go well, I'd like to continue to work with that one audio engineer. Like I said, I can't remember his name, but he's from Berkeley. That's probably also why we work well together too. Because he said something while I was in the booth, but he said something that only somebody from Oakland can understand. And I said, "Where are you from? You from Oakland?" He's like, "I'm from Berkeley." I'm like, "Oh, okay, I got you." I just started laughing because it's like whatever it is he said. I was like, "Wait a minute, only somebody from here knows what that means." Like, so
Yeah.
yeah, so that helps. But I had a muse before, but I'm going on and on.
No, go
So,
ahead. That's what we got you. That's go ahead. Yeah.
well, I'll end it with this. I have had muses, and that's another thing too. Um, but I wouldn't want to have a muse but no studio to put it down in.
Yes.
So yeah, finding the right studios, at the right time and places. Like for me, I need a studio with a piano. So when I was working with Jerry, there was a piano there, and then they got rid of it. And then
Uh,
he took me to another studio with a piano, And then I called him up not too long ago, and he said, "Oh, well, that piano's been moved. We have an electric piano now." And then I went to another studio, which I have footage, and it will be on Instagram very soon. They had a piano there, but there was no synergy.
Hmm.
So it's like it's a great piano, but if I come to your studio for a studio tour and that piano's not mic'd up, I need to be able to hear it. I need to hear it back. I need to play, just looking at me undressing the piano and opening it up and play, like that's awkward. Like, just, where's the mics? I need
Yeah.
to hear it. You got to play some of your work for me too. Like, it's a beautiful piano and it's a famous piano because the White Stripes touched it, and
Mm.
I'm happy I touched it too. But you know, but you gotta be ready when I come to tour your studio. I want to hear myself play the piano, and
Yeah.
and that would have been the perfect time. I would have said, "Yep, let's get started," but I couldn't, and now I've lost the lyrics, to that song, but it has to be at the right studio with the right instruments. So,
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, for the people that's streaming and popping in and out, you're welcome to pop something in the comment section too. So if you have any questions for Miss Eyes, definitely speak on it. And some of y'all stay out of my inbox. Watch the show. Don't be. Hey, can you ask her this? Get on here and ask her yourself. So that's why we're doing this. So yeah, I'm gonna pass the mic back to Jess. There's some. I want to get into your IG. Well, we'll talk to want Jess to piggyback off of what we're talking about.
So like I'm hearing about, the sessions and the things that you need to, kind of function. One thing that I'm interested in asking is if there's somebody, say you just met somebody and they hadn't heard your songs, how would you personally describe your sound to them?
ooh, when I look at the person, where they're from, maybe what they're into. I shouldn't do that, but I do. If I were to describe it, but if this person had no look and they were invisible, I'd probably say, this music comes from my heart. Hopefully, the first thing they don't listen to is busy. But for the most part, I sing from my heart. My music comes from my heart. It's a part of my soul. I do have if I knew they were gonna listen to busy though, I would say I do have a sense of humor. And so, I try to be funny with some of my songs. Um, I think Armani White, he has a song called Billie Eilish, and I do believe he got some like pushback on that song, but for me, when I listen to it, it's funny because he has a sense of humor. He's just using a metaphor, and sometimes my sense of humor, everybody may not be into my sense of humor. So in that song, I'm being funny. Kind of exaggerating the truth a little bit, and then I have a lot of double entendres, which I realized after the fact I was saying something else, even though I wrote it. So, yeah, like, yeah. So, and now I have to just like deal with that. And so, yeah.
Okay. And then do you have any dream collaborations, whether that's in your music or in acting?
Ooh, man, yes. Yeah.
Speak on it.
So I have some modern as in artists that I like today. They may be older, but I'm just now understanding their artistry a little more. But I don't want to talk about him because or that artist. I already revealed half of it, but because I said that in an interview, and then one of my followers actually knows him, and I was
Um,
like, so I was like, okay. But I will tell you this. I didn't I'm not trying to take a dark turn, but I have experience working like in the quote unquote industry, like as an A&R and setting up like productions and events and stuff. And I noticed uh, I like working like with posthumous releases. So if there was like, let's say Aaliyah or an artist that I've heard that I like and I know them enough or what they would have liked. I kind of like doing that, like because for me it's more of a preserving of their legacy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, cool. Um, do you go to a lot of concerts yourself?
Um. I. mm, yes and no. I used to go to a lot. But I. It's just that I go to so many shows. You know, shows like gigs. You know.
Shows like gigs,
Um.
Yeah.
Um. eh, there's so many bad
There's so
habits
many
there. And some things irritate me because being that I'm in the industry, like I know a lot of the people that are doing the show, or et cetera. And then sometimes it's like it feels personal. Like like for example, when I was really little, there was a free concert in Oakland and everybody can like first of all, I didn't know these people was there. I just me and my best friend happened to just go and Green Day is there, John B, like the guy from the Parkers, like Dorian Wilson. And then these people kept coming, hey, what's up? Like I was like, yeah, hi, yeah, Eyes, what you doing here? And I was like, yeah, I'm with my friend. We didn't know about it. And I was like, oh yeah, well, there's everything's backstage. Why don't you just go back? I said, sure. And I tried to go backstage and oh, do you have a badge? I'm like, no, he told me I could come. And then what happened was like he came back out and was like, oh man, Prince was backstage. Why didn't you go say hi? I'm like, you need a backstage pass. And then he was like, you don't have a backstage pass? I said, no. I thought you were I thought you were gonna like help me get back there. Oh, well, that's too bad. But if you get back there, go talk to Prince. I'm like, okay, whatever. And so, sometimes stuff like that was less irritating back then. But once you start doing it in the real world, I was a kid then. But when you do it in the real world, sometimes they're a little ridiculous. Like, I don't like you may or may not have VIP tickets or whatever, but if you're acting like that, you're basically saying, hey, it's good for us to let's go say hi to Prince. But that's what you got to do. I couldn't do that. So sometimes the political thing is like, oh, that's such and such, she not cool. So that person, he cool, so I'm gonna stay over there. Like, and it just turns into that sometimes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I had a question on the top of my head, and I just went away. But it's all good. I do want to say this though. Since we're talking about concerts, when people come to see you perform, what can they expect other than great music? Like, is there anything that really makes you stand out as a performer, or you're just one of those people, one of those artists that you know what, I'm just singing, and that's what it is? How would you describe yourself as a performer?
You know what? Lately, it's been more about me standing there and singing. Like I used to do choreography. I used to sing and play. I still sing and play. I'm just done carrying my keyboard around with me. I don't do that anymore. So
Talk about.
I've mostly
Yeah.
been standing and singing. As far as coming up with a bigger set or a bigger show, that is something in time. I would love to work with the new band. If there's anyone out there interested in playing with me, I do have like shows that are in the works right now, and I'd love to have a guitarist. Simply because I like to give my supporters variety. You know what I'm saying? I like to do something different each time instead of always the same old, same old.
Hmm. Oh yes, definitely. Yeah, because a lot of artists, they don't. I mean, it's okay to sit there and to stand and sing, but sometimes And I'm not saying like, but sometimes like you should be doing it or something like that. I mean, like, it's good that you give a good show, regardless of you just singing. You know what I mean? Because a lot of artists, they're just not even. It's like they're doing karaoke to original music. You know, and
Mhm.
it's good that you really putting yourself into it.
Yeah, and sometimes it's not always the artist's fault because sometimes the sound systems are really bad, and
Yeah.
that's really the best that we have to work with. Like I used to, because when you're an artist and you've been to schools and stuff like, they say, "Oh, I'm gonna work this side of the stage. I'm gonna work that side." But the reality is, a lot of times, "Oh, don't walk too far with the microphone,
Just
or
feedback.
else it's gonna start breaking." And then so like you got to stand there. I remember I did. In fact, a few years ago, I did a show, and it was the first time I performed with these guys. They're really cool people, but it was like kind of like on the boardwalk. It's right on the water, and so
Mhm.
I was getting ready to sing, and I walked up, and then do you know in the middle of my song, my heels got caught in the boardwalk. And
Oh,
so I'm standing there and I'm singing and I look so nervous. And a family, a father and his children stopped to watch me out of pity because they
mm.
thought I couldn't sing and perform. But it was really, my voice was shaking because I was like, it's the one. Like, I was like trying to get my feet out. And then I eventually gave up in the performance because, like, I'm just going to stand here and I put my hand like over my stomach like this, and I was giving the appearance that I was shy, but I wasn't. I was stuck. Those type of things happen at shows, and it's like, of all of the times they stood and watched me because they felt sorry for me because they thought I couldn't sing, or like they thought I was shy. And it wasn't that. I was stuck. My heels were stuck. And then when they came unstuck, I said, whew, and I tried to only step on the wooden part, and then I fell back in again. And then
Oh,
it ruined my shoes. It ruined my shoes. So you
man.
know stuff like that happens, and I couldn't move. I had every intention on moving farther, but it stopped me.
Mm,
So yeah.
yeah. Now, Jess, you should have Miss Eyes come down and perform in Mississippi.
Mm.
Oh
At one of
yeah, for sure.
yes.
Yeah, we'll get you all set up. We can find you the musicians that you need. I don't know about sound systems, but I'll figure something out. And we're not around any water, so you don't have to worry about boardwalks, you know.
Yeah.
Definitely, definitely. And I'm gonna talk to you about your Instagram. Now you have a lot of interesting things going on Instagram. You don't just use it just to promote your music, but you have a nice community on there where you guys do the love thing. You got. Well, I'll let you speak on it. You
Well,
got the
I'm
love thing.
laughing because he talks to me about it and he eventually gave up on it. That's why I'm laughing. He knows everybody, but he gave up. So yeah, so I actually do. I do have a community of people on there, which has been really great. I really it's I love Instagram. Um you know, I love Instagram so much that I actually met one of their employees at a show, and I didn't even know. She wouldn't have said anything if somebody who worked for YouTube wasn't there, and I made a big deal about him, and she's like, "Well, I work for Instagram." So, so I've conjured Instagram up in real life, and I do love it because it's the closest thing to like quote unquote MySpace, or how MySpace was,
Yeah.
where people you can actually talk to people. People, it's so funny. I used to tell people I was booking gigs off of Instagram, which I was at that time. One day I just got really hot. A lady from Atlanta actually helped me with that. I forgot her name, but I knew the people on there, and then when she helped me, I started getting booked. And it's crazy people didn't believe me because I know my page didn't look out like I was that lit, but I was. And it's just crazy because I'd be like, yeah, I booked it off of Instagram, and people they look at my Instagram page, be like, yeah, right. But it was just the truth. It really happened. It happened in real life. So I became more persistent on Instagram, and now my Instagram, it looks better. But I used to get hundreds of likes back then. I would get hundreds. Um, and also I met TJ about a year and a half ago, or 2 years ago, maybe. And he was very generous to me. I won't give up how he does it, but he let me come on stage and introduce myself when he first met me. And he said, everybody hit her up and show her love. And it broke my phone. I got
Mm,
like 300 likes and saves and comments all at one time, and shares. And my phone got overheated because my phone couldn't take it.
mm,
And I was like, oh my God, thank you so much. I promise I'll get back to everybody. I'm going to like everybody's stuff back. And then I was getting DMs later on, like within 12 hours. A lady said, hey, I just saw you on the For You page.
mm.
So it was not it's the words are slightly, TikTok is bigger now, but I was featured on, the page on Instagram. So it it's been positive for me. And because of TJ, like I have um more like daily likes. I don't have as much as when he was doing it, but now I do his train. So I won't get into his private business or anything. I don't know him that well, but he's unable to do the viral love train right now. So I'm doing it in my stories. Um and I've also been working with a man named Greg Williams, who has Variety Vibes uh, management, and he's been helping with it as well. So if anyone is interested in riding the viral love train, DM me on Instagram. Um, Once TJ is back in the game and he says, "Oh, I'm ready. Where is everybody?" Then you will have to go to TJ's account and you will have to talk to him. But for right now, myself and a little help from Greg, we're doing the viral love train now, and everyone's welcome.
Absolutely. Definitely. Thank you for sharing that. Jess, I know you got a few more before we officially wrap it up.
Um, I have two. I'll be good
Okay.
today. But I think, well, like at the end of the day, what do you want people to take away from your art?
Joy, pure joy. Joy isn't just one type of joy. Sometimes people have joy of listening just to the chord progressions or to the melody, or and it's so funny, especially with the internet, like seeing different ways people enjoy music. So
Hmm.
I want people to have enjoyment. And I know the subject matters of my song and my lyrics get a little tough. Well, everybody can't always stomach it or handle it, but that doesn't mean they don't exactly enjoy it. So you can enjoy it. Some people play along to music, and that's how they enjoy it. Some people feel the vibrations in their sound system. Some people they just like singing it or performing it or doing covers of it. Some people are inspired to do other things. So I want people to enjoy my music.
Okay. And then to other artists, what if you could only give them one piece of advice, what would you give them?
Take pictures.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yes. Because I'm gonna add on to that. Social proof is very social proof does better than reviews, all of that. Because like even myself with what I have, my brand, the Media Blast PR, I do photos with my clients. I take pictures with people that I'm working with, and people see that and they say, well, dang, man, people like him or people know him or people da da da. And that makes other people want to fuck with you because nobody wants to go to an empty restaurant or nobody wants to go to a building that, you see the building, but you'll never see any cars there. That makes you go, I don't know what's going on over there. But if they see a bunch of the food could be nasty, the service could be whack. But if they see a bunch of cars out there, they're gonna think, wait a minute, something's going on. So I recommend the artists and anybody else take pictures, like you said. Miss Eyes might have said it for a different reason, actually, but I know she's agreeing with me with the same, yeah, yeah. Because when people see that, that make other people want to rock with you,
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. All right. Oh, yeah. Pardon me, I've been sick. But, yeah, I told y'all. But definitely Miss Eyes, thank you. Is there any first of all, Jess, I'm gonna let you plug justlikesmusic.com and anything you got coming up. Just go ahead and plug away right quick.
Oh, yeah. So justlikesmusic.com. I have a ton of new reviews coming out, especially February, Black History Month. I have a lot of new articles coming out for that. So just go to my blog. You can see all the great stuff that I have going on. And New Notes will be having another meeting in March. But like I said, we're going to try to do some more virtual ones for people who aren't local. So if you're interested in that, you can just email us at justlikesmusicblog@gmail.com, or you can go to our website and contact us, and we'll get that set up. So, yeah.
Yes. We're gonna see Miss Eyes on justlikesmusic.com as well.
Yes, I
Yeah.
can't wait.
Yes. Now, Miss Eyes, the floor is yours. Anything that you didn't mention that you'd like to mention, anything you'd like to plug, anything you want to say, just go. The floor is yours.
Well, yeah, please stream my music, Sugar, on Spotify for Valentine's Day. Also too, like I have some things coming up that I've been hinting about. If you're interested in joining my emailing list, you can reach out to Jonathan and give him your email address to give to me, and I will add you on my emailing list so you will be the first to know when new information drops. I have a surprise. Follow me on Indiegogo. I'm at Eyes EYE''Z. I'm there. Follow me. I've got I have something I'm working on, and I don't want to. I don't want to mess it up. And this is it. Like, this is the final call for that type of issue in my music career. And I want to get as many people to see it as possible.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. The 2026 is looking good already. Definitely, thank you all. Thank you, Jess. Thank you, Miss Eyes. Thank you, everybody, for viewing that were popping in and out and inboxing me when I told y'all to say the question here. But it's all good. You guys don't have to go home, but you got to get off this thing. Good night.
Bye.